This is about relative atomic mass. Now the first thing to know about relative atomic mass is it's to do with an isotope. So what's an isotope? Well, these two carbons are isotope. First thing to notice is they are the same element. Okay? The reason they're the same element is they've got the same atomic number. The atomic number is the number of protons. So the same element, they've got the same number of protons. The difference is their mass number. So if this one has 6 protons, this one's got 6 protons, but this one, because the mass number is 12, has 6 neutrons. This one has 8 neutrons. So an isotope is the same element with the same number of protons, but different number of neutrons. So, let's say we've got this carbon and this carbon. Now the relative atomic mass is the average, okay? The average element of this carbon, even though some of it's that and some of it's that. Let's look at this question. So the question would be, what is the relative atomic mass of boron if 20% of the boron is this and 80% of the boron is this? So this boron has 5 neutrons, this boron has 6 neutrons. So the question is saying what's the relative atomic mass of the total, the average boron? And this is how you do it. It's a percentage, so you do 20 over 100 times by 10. That's the first part. Add this part, 80 over 100 times by 11. So that's going to get this part, that's going to get this part. The answers we get for that makes 2, add 8.8. Add those together, you get 10.8. So the average or relative atomic mass of boron is 10.8. Does that make sense? Well, yes, it's between 10 and 11, and it's closer to 11 because most of it is boron 11. So this makes sense. So boron should actually be that, if you look at the average. Try it now for number 2. Pause it yourself. Now that I'm going to tell you, 75% of chlorine is this, and 25% of chlorine is this. So what is the relative atomic mass of chlorine in this situation? Have a pause. Okay, so this has 17 protons and 18 neutrons. This has 17 protons and 20 neutrons. So the relative atomic mass is 75 over 100 times by 35. That's the first bit. Add 25 over 100 times 37. That there makes 26.25. Add 9.25. Together that makes 35.5. Let's think, does this make sense? Well, if some chlorine's 35 mass number and some chlorine's 37, the average is going to be between it. Correct. It's closer to the 35 because you've got more 35. So this is your correct answer. And that's how you work out relative atomic mass. Thank you.